Hello, everyone, and welcome here to this game of StarCraft that is going to be the second game in a best of three series in our in-house Brozone Layer tournament. My name is Thako, and I'm joined here today by Snow. How are you doing?
Hello, hello. Very good.
And in this here second game we have on Habitation Station, we have our yellow Protoss player who went up to a quick 1-0 lead. It is the Prince of Bro.
He's actually Terran.
Yes, he is. I, of course, knew that. I was looking at him. Our purple Zerg player is going to be Snow. All right, so now I'm really thrown off. What did I say he was?
You said he was a Protoss player. He is, however, Terran.
Yeah, it's just because, like, the Protoss symbol's yellow.
Oh, that's fair. You know.
I'm going to pretend like that's why and not like I just wasn't thinking about how much I hate Protoss on this map.
Oh, yeah, Protoss are brutal on this map.
Yeah, that ability to just build zealots everywhere off that gold base is insane. But this is going to be game number 2. In the last game we saw, I mean, just pretty standard play out of everybody.
Yeah, and, you know, a lot of mistakes out of me. That, you know, that gas really hurt. Like, if you notice, there was a lot of mutilating Bane with, no mutus.
That is true. Ooh, what is this drone doing? Is it? It is. It's building a hatch first at the gold base.
Now,
Oh, that's
you know,
exciting.
when behind, go bold.
Yeah. And not quite a dark shrine, but, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
close enough. Really punishable, though. There, you cannot reinforce this
No.
at all.
No, this is risky, but I kinda was playing off the meta a little bit here, like not a real meta here, like meta between me and the Prince of Bro. Yeah.
Right, and we were discussing that in game 1, just the history the two of you have in games
Yeah.
against each other. And the
'Cause-
traditional Reaper expanded out of the Prince of Bro, too. I want to toss that in there.
Yep, and because you know in the past year there may have been a really cheesy one base roach play that you know I threw at him an awful lot of times and it won me an awful lot of games.
Aww.
But
He does still talk in slight terror about that build.
yeah, just a little bit. It was my game 2. I hate Terran. I want to cheese the crap out of you build. So I was playing off this hoping he'd think I was staying on one base.
Ah, trader drones, what are they doing? No, go away, no, go back. This
And-
might be the exposure. Goes here. No, what? Okay, coming back. And, I mean, getting sniped off, like, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of damage here, but I have a gold base, so
So, like, he knows, right?
he should.
He saw the
really
drone
should.
transfer,
Another Reaper coming across.
but not going to go over and scout the gold. Maybe just misreading that. Maybe he assumed that you had seen the Reaper and were trying to surround him.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's got to be what he's thinking.
Great damage being done here with these Reapers, though, by the way.
Yeah.
A lot of drones dying, the early Lings being picked off. Once the Queen is out, it'll slow down. A Spine almost going down, then not going down. A third Reaper on his way across the map.
This really caught me by surprise. I think you could tell. Like, look at the amount of damage. If we take a look at units lost, 4 drones at this point and 2 Zerglings. That's pretty large.
That's pretty expensive for three Reapers. Knowing what the Prince of Bro has been trying to work on these days and having talked to him a lot, this is his attempt to do a very aggressive mech-style play. And we'll notice he is getting a factory behind this. He does have that done. Getting a lot of gas income coming in here as well.
That
He
Queen was brutal going down, though.
Yeah, that's really going to stunt all of your production through the early game here. And
Now,
with
the real kicker here, though, is I do not know why he's not continuing this.
especially also with 3 Reapers, he could kill the gold. Well, not anymore, not with that spine done. We see a starport coming in and a tech lab on the barracks. If my hypothesis about mech holds true, we are going to see the starport float over to the barracks and Banshees enter the game.
Now, Banshees could be a nasty follow-up, but we do have Queens at both bases.
That's true. That does ward that away and should prevent too much damage being done.
Yeah.
Obviously, damage will be done. These Reapers still these Reapers are worth their weight in gold. I mean,
Yeah.
that
I mean,
Well,
I'm getting
I
a
mean,
fair amount of Zerglings out, but
maybe their weight in copper.
yeah.
I mean, it's only 5 drones
Now this gold base is worth its weight in gold.
by definition. Yes.
But clearly, this is really the only reason I'm even in this game.
And that's actually very true. I mean, granted, a expansion to your normal natural would have still worked just fine. Oh, speed kicks in right as the lings go in for this round, and those Reapers don't stand a chance.
That speed timing made me really, really happy.
That was beautiful. It was like right as they started hitting the first one, the full wraparound happened. It looked good. It looked almost like it was planned.
I'm gonna say it was. Yeah.
Totally planned. We got the Zerglings coming over here. Actually, going to catch the Hellions at the front and pick off 1, 2, 3, all 4. All 4 get picked off, and that leaves 1 Banshee for defense here, as the natural expansion is going to be sacked. All of its workers and mules are going to die. Those mules are fresh too. They were just called down. Workers being picked off as they spawn. All right, now with the Hellions done, this should be over. This is done now. PrinceofBro needs to bring those down. The gas guys are totally sniped off, not even canceled. And the Banshee was totally scouted, so we see spore crawlers going down.
Although 11 kills in the Banshee, which is kind of funny.
And that Banshee cleaned up all of the Zerglings. I guess a few were killed off while they were killing the Hellions. Cloak is almost done, though, so...
But that scout was the real key here.
Yeah.
That and the worker damage. Because if we go in here, we see 5 SCVs killed, but the real kicker was the 2 mules.
It was like 4 or 5 mules.
Really?
It was a lot of mules just got picked off there. I mean, of course, units lost doesn't count mules. It would be an absurd number if it did.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine if we units lost counted like locusts or something. Just...
782.
Yeah. But actually, like, it wouldn't mean anything. It would be completely unusable data. It's like, yeah, all right, that's cool, but like, I didn't pay for those.
That free unit strategy.
And even still, like, no scout up into this gold. It's gotta start raising suspicions in the PrinceofBro's mind. Like, how is Snow still in this? What is he doing?
And how have I afforded that many?
Yeah, this many workers. Also, the Lings running down from the base. I guess you could have had Lings positioned up there. That's fair.
Also, once again, this is not a strategy that I was really expecting, and it shows. These Banelings are pretty useless against this. Like, I mean,
they are your best defense against it, though. Not against the Banshees, obviously. The Banshees wreck it.
I was gonna say.
No real defense here right now, actually, though. Only 3 queens and not enough energy for transfuses. Some decent firing on these Hellions means that 2 are going to die before any queens go down. Possibly a 3rd might get picked off. Not good focus firing, though, by the queen. So the Hellions are trading pretty evenly. There's the Lings fall. Hellions are done. Get out of here. They are going to be cleaned up. But Banshees are still going to be a huge issue here, as there are no queens. And the Spore Crawlers are in pretty good position.
You know, and I'll take him killing Zerglings over drones, to be quite honest.
Yeah. This unfortunate gas geyser is totally cleaned up. Slightly out of position on that.
But a Ling Baron by coming in right here, which is pretty open. There's 2 Hellions here.
And there is nothing back home, and when we see Thor's in production, that's going to be prepping for that Mutalisk switch. Has he actually gotten the scout on that Spire? He actually hasn't seen the Spire yet. I guess he just assumes it's probably coming. And this worker line is once again incredibly exposed and will just get utterly decimated here, as even more Lings are swelling across the map. This is a good, strong play.
Now, unfortunately here, the tank Thor is really going to keep his high ground safe. But, yeah, we go ahead and look at units lost here. 25 SCVs killed, 19 Hellions killed for the cost of 77 Zerglings. You know...
Well, and 6 queens.
Yeah, the queens are pretty brutal, but honestly, not a terrible trade. And there is still a Banshee here, which is going to scout the Mutalisk switch immediately.
So I mean, I guess it. I mean, the bench is obviously paid for itself with 15 kills, but it's paying for that energy with all the scouting information it's picking up.
True, true.
Did
And
that bench cleaned up the natural?
yeah, yeah, that natural's not doing any mining, and the gold base is really starting to mine out pretty quick here.
But a good transition down, getting this fourth base established on the south side will
Yeah.
mean that minerals aren't going to be an issue for a long time.
And we have the Mutalisks flying in here. They're gonna snipe off this worker off of that building command center.
Going right at the add-ons to make sure that production is slowed down quite a bit. And good snipe on the tech lab will mean that there aren't going to be as many Thors in this game if it burns. There is no engineering bay for the Prince of Bro, so there are not going to be missile turrets anytime soon. These Thors are his only defense. And
Getting rid of the what's his name there is gonna definitely ensure that there's no more Thors for a little while either.
that's true. They do need that, don't they? They need the armory to build.
Yep, and magic box on that Thor.
We're going to have two more spawning in a second, though, so it's going to... With Widowmines out, this is going to get pushed back a little bit, or at least slowed down.
True, but free tank, lots of SCVs. 3 free tanks.
And those tanks are going to be completely cleaned up. And the mule line is once again exposed, and Prince of Bro is sitting on a really low worker count. What has he got? 9 SCVs at this point? That is not what you need to play a game.
45 lost. Ooh.
And there are more mutas hitting the main base. There's a Thor coming over to try to stop them, but they are sniping workers as they go, putting some damage on the Thors. The natural might be fully killed off here. This is just looking grim for the Prince of Bro.
Some lings flying across as well.
There's
A little bit of a mismaker right there, but a retreat.
Oh, that was an unfortunate hit by the Widowmine. As the entire Mutaflock flew over it, and it hit the one on the far side. It's working out, opening a door into the main base, but with all those Hellbats there, that's not ever going to be opened. The mutas or the Lings can't get past the Hellbats.
However, if we look at the income here, we're looking at 120 minerals a minute versus 1,300. And not even a good macro from me, because I don't need it.
And a lot was lost to that initial Banshee harass.
Yeah. And once we start seeing some transfers, actually, right as we speak, we start seeing some transfers down to the other remaining bases.
And that should really help pick up that income a little bit here, as that gold base is pretty much mined out. Oh, totally mined out. How many Mutalisks is this, out of curiosity?
It's about 14.
Okay. The Thors are in good position to stop that, but fortunately there just can't be enough Thors in this game to be in good position all the time.
Yep, and then some more free units.
Unfortunately for the Hellbats, they do have rather large health, so that takes a while. That was a good hit. Alright, we're back down to 3 SCVs, though. This is kind of the time where you're supposed to be leaving games.
Yeah.
Quite clearly lost. It's not actually ever going to swing back in your favor.
At this point, you can actually see me putting Lings out onto the other bases down here. I'm worried about him having a hidden base, because I thought he was... he's still in this. Like, where does he...
Interestingly, Prince of Bro actually does not yet have a full scout on that gold, so he didn't know that was taken. So he must still think that he played a relatively even game and that you're also running low.
See, and as you can see, I'm just getting annoyed, and there's a large swell of units that, I mean, it's not going to trade well against these Hellbats here, but,
No, well, the Hellbats are going to do just fine against all these Lings. And once again, I got to say, upgrades.
Yeah.
We do have the upgrade advantage running here for the Prince of Bro, who granted only +1 mech weapons. That's the only upgrade in the game right now.
I really think Prince of Bro's really active style managed to throw off a lot of my build timings.
And that mech, that heavy aggression mech he's been trying to work on, it's pretty annoying to play against. That's a lot of Hellions he comes in with at the very early game. The Roach Warren's coming in, which will allow for even more efficient trades against these Thors and Hellbats if it ever even gets to that point. Because, I mean, let's be honest, this Widowmine actually might kill the entire army.
Yeah, there's a lot of lings, but honestly, as you can see, I have a 3K bank of minerals right now, so these Zerglings are the most expendable units on the planet right
And
now.
really, all the lings have to do is distract the Thors for a second,
Yeah,
and the mutants can just be done with this.
yeah, one
And
halfway decent magic box.
no, I don't. Yeah, and there's just not a gas income here for Prince of Bros. He's back up to 10 SCVs.
You know, and
Which, you know,
those mules.
that's true. That's true. We can't underestimate the mule. That's really what's keeping him in here. And also, just this over dedication to defense at all sides means that there are two Thors and a Widowmine also in the back of the base. So the Prince of Bro isn't even as strongest where the fight is going to happen.
And 199 supply to 78 is, you know, as soon as I'm not even gonna wait for speed here to finish.
And there we go. The fight is engaged. Those Hellbats doing a great job against these Lings, killing a lot of them off. But the Thors are engaged with the Mutas, and that is a good spread. And the Thors are down. The Natural will totally fall now. There is no way to save it. We see SCVs still trying to move it around a lot. The Thors are coming down out of the main base, but even they won't totally be able to shut this down. As really all that has to happen is the GG is all that can happen. As we see Prince of Bro concedes the game, tying up our series 1-1.
Yep. And honestly, the power of not scouting the gold base.
And that's what it really came down to there, isn't it?
Yeah, I was really quite happy that he thought I was still trying to stick a one base out with. He thought it was like some kind of roach all in that he screwed up with the Reapers.
I mean, really, like, you also got to wonder, like, you get the Reapers there to scout.
Yeah.
You got to scout.
Yep. Gotta fly him around, but that gold base is the savior of Zerg.
Well, that will actually take us to game number 3 on Heavy Rain, which, from conversations, Prince of Bro kept in the map pool to do this heavy aggression mech on. See if he decides to do this 2 games in a row, or if he returns to his better-known bioplay.
I sincerely hope he mechs, but we'll see.